Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that are all connected to one specific niche. These keywords are absolutely fabulous when it comes to the keyword niche score, when it comes to the details in terms of the total results and other metrics that we usually look at when it comes to profitability of KDP keywords. Now, before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel and you enjoy similar videos such as these where we dive into profitable KDP keywords, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon in order to be informed on all our new videos. And also there would be a 30-day free trial for Creative Fabrica, which is my go-to when it comes to KDP interiors, keywords, also fonts and graphics to use in your cover and interior. Take advantage of that 30-day free trial for an all-access account to Creative Fabrica. Now, let's get started with the first keyword for the day. And our first keyword for the day is coding and logic workbook. Now, this has fabulous results. Let's break through a couple of important information you need to know. We got a good keyword niche score by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension of number 6, categorizing this as a nice niche. Now, coming to the total results, they're sitting at 79, which is under 1,000. That's absolutely fabulous. Also, the bestseller rank is within the acceptable range, and it is 475,812. Usually we like it to be around that 400,000 as the maximum for any keyword that is ideal for the title or the subtitle. We can work around a bestseller rank that is in the higher numbers, as in like higher than 400,000. If there are other conditions are met, for example, really strong keyword niche score, total results that are within the acceptable range. There are up to 4 or 5 minimum books in the first page that have a BSR under 100,000 with consistent sales. So we can work around that. But for this exact keyword, it fulfills the requirements in terms of an acceptable keyword niche score, total results under 1,000, bestseller rank within that 400,000. We also have an average reviews of 462 and an average price of $11.21. So what are we doing here? We're creating a workbook, and it is to do with coding and logic. Now, what is missing from this keyword is our audience. It's actually missing 2 things, my apologies. The audience and the level, because we're dealing with educational types of workbook, which is to do with coding and logic and, giving or teaching the concepts of both of these fields. So it's important for us to determine who is going to be our audience and what level are they going to be in terms of their knowledge of coding and logic and these kind of stuff. Are they beginners? Are they intermediate? Are they advanced? Do they want to know specifics? For example, if you look at the sub niches of coding, then you would know if you would like to specialize in a specific, for example, Python coding or other forms of coding as well. Do you want to specify what type, as in like sub niche? Also, who are audience? Are they adults? Are they children? If they are, for example, adults, are they students? We can even get more specific and include what type of adults they are. So scrolling down, we want to aim to find at least 3 books on the first page with a BSR of less than 100,000. Scrolling down, we have our first one, which utilizes the exact same keyword, coding and logic workbook. It has a BSR of less than 100,000 and is sitting at 68,288. Next, we have a couple of books that are sponsored, which we're not going to have a look at these. We found our second book titled Logic Workbook for Gritty Kids, and it includes everything to do with maths, puzzles, word games, logic problems, activities, these kind of stuff, and it has a BSR under 100,000, sitting at 1,515, currently ranked really good numbers in the 3 categories that you can see right over here. Now, in terms of sales breakdown, it is generating a massive $7,339 per month, also selling around 2,430 copies per month, and that is amazing, targeted towards children that are between the ages of 6 to 8 years old. Now, notice it's not using the exact keyword coding and logic workbook in neither the title nor the subtitle, but it's mentioned in the 7 keyword slots, and that is why it's managed to rank for this keyword right over here. Scrolling down, we have found our third book that has a wonderful BSR of 2,341, another book that has a BSR of 1,927. Notice that this is part of the series. It contains 7 books and it's by the same author or by the same publishing company or publishing business, for example. And this one is generating a massive 4,954 sales per month. This one's 5,580. This one, what we just have looked at, was in the 7,000 in sales. So as you can see here, another book titled Logic, Grid, Puzzles and Other Games. That's actually, you can get a couple of really good ideas in terms of looking at the books that are selling quite well, and also you can be able to go ahead and look at the titles, open a new tab and explore and research the titles. So we have found our 4th book, 72,000, also as the BSR. Next we have 6,900. Next we have other books also selling extremely well as well that I just had a look at previously before I just saw, which was 41,000 as well. So as you can see here, really profitable keyword. Highly recommended you get started with it, as long as you decide who your audience is going to be and decide if you want it to be for beginners or for intermediates or for adding in that like hacks or anything like that. You can have the book written yourself, or you can even have a ghostwriter write it, or you can find some interiors available on Creative Fabrica as well. I'll be creating an interior to host in my own personal store, linked in the description box below, to help you get started on Creative Fabrica. So let's get started with the second keyword for the day, and that is Math Problems for Adults workbook. Math Problems for Adults workbook is a wonderful keyword to utilize for the 7 keyword slots. Why? Because of the BSR being slightly higher, above 400,000. Therefore, it is best utilized for the 7 keyword slots. Apart from that, we all love the results right over here with a keyword niche score of 53, total results in the 2000s, which is acceptable. And it is sitting at 2,527 as long as it is below 5,000, which is the maximum number of total results that we can work with. The bestseller rank is 588,983, and the average reviews sit at 538. Average price is $11.92. Scrolling down, we found our first book, 113,000 for the bestseller, but we would like it to be under 100,000. So scrolling down, we found 30,000 and 156. Now this one is selling around 210 copies, and it is also generating $672 in sales. Scrolling down, we want to find a book. This one sits at 9,727 as well. So that was our second book with a really good BSR. We just need one more in order to determine profitability, and there it is, 95,141 as well. So that is good to see. That is another one, 7,000. They're all below 100,000, which is amazing. This one 5,000, and that is pretty much it for the first page, and that fulfilled the requirement for the minimum 3 books with a BSR of 100,000 in the first page. They're not sponsored and they have consistent sales that are going quite well for them. So let's dive into the third keyword, which is Basic Math Workbook for Adults. Now the keyword Basic Math Workbook for Adults, it can be utilized for the 7 keyword slots for any math workbook that you currently have published in your KDP portfolio, or if you decide to utilize any of the keywords that I've previously shared in the maths series of KDP profitable keywords, then you could utilize this for the 7 keyword slots for that book, or you can work around including it in your subtitle. But I would personally prefer for the 7 keyword slots because of the bestseller rank being above 500,000. So 400,000 is our limit around that. It would be great, but above that, BSR of 400,000, it is best for the 7 keyword slots. So the niche score for this is 57 by Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. We also have a keyword niche score of number 7 that perfectly matches and complements the 57 given by Titans, and the total results 1,519 within the acceptable range. Average bestseller rank is 509,911. Average reviews 559, and average price is $11.92. $2.56. Scrolling down, ignoring the top 4 results because they are all sponsored. Coming down here, we are aiming for minimum 3 books with a BSR of less than 100,000, and we have just found 1, 2, and 3. 30,000, 9,000, and 29,000 as the bestseller rank. This one, for example, generating a massive 6,427 per month, selling around 360 copies. And this one also $627, $615. We have another one, also number 4, which has a 38,000 as the bestseller, and it is going quite well for them as well. So 95,000 as the BSR, and that is pretty much it. And then again, we have 4,900. We have other books also selling quite well under this keyword alone. So let's dive into our final keyword for the day, and that is Remedial Math Workbook for Adults, and it has a strong and solid keyword niche score by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension of number 9, which is highest on the scale. Green light, ready to go, categorizing this wonderful keyword as a great niche. Coming into the total results, they are below 1,000, which is ideal, currently sitting at 86. When it comes to the BSR, it is within the acceptable range as the average because it is below 400,000. Of course, the less, the lower, the better, and it's sitting at 232,918. Average reviews are 1,702. Average price is $13.62. We're going to ignore the top 2 that are sponsored. This one has a BSR of 45,000. This one has a BSR of 1,382, which matches the box as well. Coming down as well, 29,000 as the bestseller, 9,000, 5,000, 38,000, 30,000, 95,000, also 17,000. So as you can see, we are more than halfway through the page, and we've managed to find around 7 or so books with a BSR of less than 100,000 that meet our criteria. I wish you all the best. Let me know what kind of videos you're interested in. I'll see you in the next one.